Hi friends, David here from Learn Stage Lighting and Above AVL, and we recently went over the Obsidian Netron NS8. It is an awesome piece of gear in terms of a network switch, meaning that it's really easy to set up. It does a lot of cool things. What we want to talk about today is the mounting options, how you can hang, mount, put this thing together, show you all of that, because not only are the mounting options utilized in this specific box itself, but most of the Netron products have the same or very similar mounting options. And one of the things that's made them unique in a world of Ethernet nodes that are just, there's so many brands and types out there, is that within one model, the NS8 in this case, you have a whole bunch of different mounting options, and it's not a bunch of different models. So let's go over them. They're all here in the box. So first one we've got is you look in the box, you end up with a bag of screws. Don't throw away your bag of screws because they are used for a variety of things, okay? One of them, rack ears. Okay, so obviously this is not a full rack, but there are options to rack mount it to connect those ears as such. Actually, I apologize. Not rack ears. On some of the other models, these are rack ears. You can mount it to the Netshelf with the aforementioned bag of screws and the screw holes available on the bottom, okay? The other holes on the bottom is that there are holes on the top, the sides of the bottom, okay? So if we look at that here, we've got these holes on the two sides, and those fit with your screws from your bag of screws. And that now enables you to wall mount it directly. Really nice and easy. Just tighten this down right here, and you're good to wall mount. Now you're going to see there's also some here, so you could wall mount it that way if you wanted to, right? Okay. Next we've got, while we're here on the bottom, DIN rail clips. So if you use DIN rail, if you're doing installs, okay, you may use DIN rail. And these clips just fit to these holes in the back, right? Or they fit to these ones. We can sense a theme recurring here. And then once you tighten those down with the aforementioned screws and you make sure they both go the same direction, that's, really key. You can mount that to a DIN rail. Woo! Clamp mounting. So gone over wall mount, DIN rail mount, talked about rack mounting. That's going to be through the Netshelf accessory, which allows you to just use the screws in the bottom, screws it down to the shelf. There are other devices that fit and match this as well to fit in a rack mount. Then we've got clamp mounts. Okay. So most brands, lots of nodes offer clamp mounts. One thing that they do different is one side, you have an M10 sized mount. Other side, you have an M12. So with most clamps, I just grabbed one we had on the shelf over there. That will involve taking the hardware off of your clamp, typically all of it, but sometimes you can leave the lock washer. Then seeing, let's see, M12, nope. This is an M10 clamp. And so I could just tighten that on there. And then depending on your clamp, there's often an Allen wrench or a hex wrench in the middle to tighten it down. This one does not have that. And so, that's fun. But you could go ahead and tighten that down. I'm not going to do that here because it's trying to cross thread on this particular clamp. Okay, there we go. Yep, get that tightened down really good. Of course, it tells you the amount of depth you can use. If this one is too long, then you would want to use some washers. And you could use the washer and the lock washer, which I took off, but you don't have to. And so now that guy's ready. Truss mount, pole mount, whatever mount, it's good to go and it is ready for your events. So that, in short, is how the Netron devices, including the NS8 network switch, are able to be mounted.